This July, we're taking life seriously. Cardiac arrest is scary and more common than you might think. Did you know that every year nearly 9 million people will experience a cardiac event outside of hospital? Would you know what to do? I'm Australian actor Steve Bastoni, and I'm urging everyone to learn CPR as part of our Don't Die July campaign. Visit don'tdiejuly.com and sign up today, because you can't put a price on life.
Critically analyzing global affairs. The Muckrakers on today's News Talk, TNT.
Well, hello and a very warm welcome back to the Muckrakers with me, Andrew Eborn. And here on the Muckrakers, we pledge to continue tackling the most pressing and controversial news issues of our time. Our mission is to provide more light and less heat in our quest, our unwavering quest to uncover the truth. And today we're going to do a deeper dive into Gaza and what really is going on. And I'm delighted that today I'm joined not just by me, but by co-host Christine Hart and also Dr. Nehad Khanfar, both of whom it's their first time on the Muckrakers. Welcome to you both.
Thank you. Hi, Andrew.
Most welcome.
Hi, Nehad.
It's good to see you.
Thank you so
Let me
much.
fill you in on a bigger background on both of them. Christine, or Chrissy as she prefers to be called, has been a guest on a few TNT shows. I'm now working with her to first time on the Muckrakers to co-host here as well. She's a journalist, a private investigator, and Sunday Times best-selling author. She trained as a private detective at the age of 19, I think it was. She honed her skills under the mentorship of ex-MI16, MI5, and ex-CID officers, and her journey led to Fleet Street, where she blended the roles of private investigator and investigative journalism. She also sells her services as psychic healer and medium, so we'll look at that as well a little bit later. Also joining me for the first time is Dr. Nehad Khanfar, and he is a senior lecturer in law and politics, so similar to myself. He's a lawyer, which is good. He's also gained significant academic knowledge in comparative contract law, English and Islamic, fascinating subject, and especially in Islamic financial contracts. I want to look at the situation in Gaza because we get certain reports in the press and we always know that the first casualty in war is the truth. Let's start with you, Dr. Nehad. What is the current crisis in Gaza?
Actually, it is something very difficult to describe nowadays, because wherever we think that the red lines are being crossed, we are being surprised every single day to hear that new red lines are being crossed, where more brutality, as a matter of fact, more suffering. And the summary is that there is no one end in Gaza is considered to be a safe area. So wherever the people and the civilians are being asked to evacuate, let's say from the north to the middle of Gaza, they are being, as a matter of fact, killed on their march towards the safe, what so-called safe area, and then they are pushed again from the safe area for another so-called safe area, but they are being again killed during their journey, which is making it really difficult to imagine. I mean, sitting here in London, sitting in the studio, trying really to comprehend what's happening on the ground. It's making our imagination to dry up, where there is no description, because I call some people on the ground in Gaza. I have some friends, academics, and usually they are speechless. They have no words really to describe what's going on with them, with their families, with their friends, with many of whom actually they lost during this war. And they say just we are left for our just dark destiny. Yeah, this is the situation. I mean, one of the most vicious description of this is the starvation in the north of Gaza, because literally people describing something I never dreamed of, even in the worst nightmare, for the people just to now they are eating, as a matter of fact, the leaves from the trees. They use the animals' food. They are trying kind of to create something from nothing, just in order really to somehow entertain their children, or to cheat on their children, just to inject some patience on them. So these kind of things, just we were reading about them probably during the Second World War, during the First World War, but I never imagined in my life really to witness this. I lived in Palestine for a very long time. My family is still there. I went through very difficult situations, but I must be honest, I never experienced really any kind of the stories and sufferings coming from Gaza just now.
And you say your family is still there. It must be horrendous for you getting limited reports and so on and so forth through the press or directly. Are you still able to contact them? And if so, what are they telling you?
My family is considered to be among really the luckiest, because they live in the West Bank, which is in let's say for almost 5 months they were living less tension, like military operation wasn't really going on as much as is happening in Gaza. But in the last 3-4 months, I must say that every single day I expect really the wars, because the Israeli army is invading every single city now and villages in the West Bank. And my family is based in Nablus, and in many different reports coming from them, the most difficult situation, the fear they are really developing from the illegal settlers, where they are getting wild, and I must say wilder and wilder. They are highly equipped with heavy gun machines, and they are just killing the people based on their own mood. If they are not happy that day and they wanted to invade any of the villages, or because my family is quite living really on the outside the city, somehow near the farm.